All right, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, we're going to get into some maybe leaked photos of the new Model 3 Project Refresh Highland prototyped interior. We've got some new things that might be potentially coming out for the new Model 3 Highland. So we're going to get into that plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro real quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, where you can get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there for all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla. And shout out to my latest Patreon members. We've got drum roll down here below is Oscar, Daryl, Pavan. Thank you for joining. Thank you for supporting. If you want to get access to it, Patreon link down below in the description. But let us take a look at this. So I don't know if you've seen this on Twitter just yet, but it seems like there are some rumors circling around and including a couple video and photos of that the Model 3 Highland, the Project Highland refresh that is coming out for the Model 3 very, very soon in China. And they're probably ramping up to produce this vehicle very, very soon. Maybe the US will be a little bit later this year. That's my best guess. But the three features that potentially could be happening for the Model 3 are ventilated seats, which is currently in the Model S and the Model X. Definitely a game-changing feature. If you live in any sort of hot area climate with any sort of humidity, you're going to fall in love with this feature that I would argue to say is a luxury feature. So we got ventilated seats, ambient lighting. Tesla, I know there's a lot of you out there that are purchasing your Tesla or have just bought a Tesla, and you've probably seen all the different accessories on Amazon where you can do ambient lighting and install it yourself. Well, it seems like a lot of people out there, a lot of other manufacturers or a lot of other luxury manufacturers are including ambient lighting now. I don't know if you've seen the interior of a EQS or seen any of those TikToks, but the ambient lighting on the EQS is pretty wild, to say the least. I mean, you can see it from the pictures right here. It basically looks like a Club Lexus or Club Mercedes at the end of the day, but definitely some pretty interesting stuff in regards to that if Tesla is going to finally bring some sort of more enhanced colored LED ambient lighting to the fold, which I think they are. I mean, a lot of manufacturers these days are going for this same light bar on the back, interior LEDs, because it's a cheap enhancement that really makes the car feel more luxurious at the end of the day. And then the last thing, of course, is an upgraded sound system. I mean, if you've probably seen the reviews already, Model 3, Model Y already have pretty good sound systems in the vehicles because of how they are actually built. But the one thing it would be cool is this ventilated seats. Here's a video. Here's a better video that shout out to Matthew Donegan Ryan for posting it. You can see it's from Jay in Shanghai. And this most likely is because all the different part accessories or all the different part suppliers from Tesla are being supplied from China suppliers. So that could be the reason why we've got this video so far. But you can see this person is not very stable with their camera movements, but I guess they're trying to show it very, very quickly to us before he gets caught or they get caught and fired or whatever the case. But you can see at the bottom of the seat, there are little holes into the trim, and that is where you can tell that it is that's where the airflow actually comes through, and that's the perforatedness of it that gives you the airflow from the ventilated seats. But I would be super excited for this feature. But you know what feature I would be even more excited if it came out on the Model 3 or even the Model Y is the air suspension. I've talked about it a bunch, how the Model 3 and the Model Y are more of a sportier type of feel vehicles because of the harsh ride or anything like that. But Model S and Model X are definitely more comfier because they have air suspension at the end of the day. You're able to raise it, lower it, and also ride around, and it also adapts depending on the driving conditions on where you're at. And so that's why I really feel like it would be nice if Tesla adds air suspension. And there's been rumors about Tesla adding air suspension on the Model Y for a while now. And so there's even been leaks of where it shows the air suspension in the schematics and things like that. that, but it would definitely be very interesting if they add air suspension to the Model 3 and the Model Y, because I really feel like a lot of people will upgrade just for that feature alone. I mean, the Model 3 has been out since what, 2017, 2018 at this point, and so there is certainly a good time to try and get a lot of owners to try and upgrade and get out of their older Model 3s. But of course, we've been talking about this for a while. Like, if you are interested in a Model 3 currently in its current form, and if you want the best possible deal, then that's where you should go to waitingfortesla.com. check out some of the inventory discounts that are out there. There's anywhere from $2,400 off all the way to almost $6,000 off, and these discounts are going to get a lot more aggressive in the very, very near future. So here are the steps. First thing you got to do is find a Tesla referral link, just like the one down below in the description. You can use that referral link so that you can click it open first, so that way it links up to your Tesla account, because if you do that, you'll get 1,500 Tesla credits for a Model 3 or Model Y, and which then translates to 500 supercharger miles. Then go to waitingfortesla.com, find the exact vehicle you're interested in, just like this 2023 Model 3 Performance with over a $5,000 discount. Hit the reserve button, let all the systems link up. You'll see a green check mark like that, so that way it shows that the referral code is applied, and then you can go ahead and proceed with placing the deposit. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. Very, very cool to see that the Model 3 Highland, it could have these nice features, but the feature that I'm certainly looking out for is the air suspension, if that actually comes out. But we should certainly see. Ventilated seats is a definitely in demand feature. I can see a lot of people trying to upgrade or trying to get that one on top of the different looks that we will actually see that are going to be coming out, because there certainly is going to be some sort of refresh, and I'm probably going to equate it to about the same type of refresh, if not maybe even a little bit more aggressive than how the Model S went through a refresh in 2020 to 2021. I mean, there's not too big of a differences. I know a lot of people out there probably you can't see it on the surface level, but I'll give you an example of here's what the 2020 Model S looked like. You can see right here as a white one, and then you can see right here with the 2022 Model S, you can see some of the bigger differences at the end of the day. They try to like smooth out some of it. There was like the bumper change, the rims change, the headlights changed, the whole front and the back, and also they removed all the different chrome at the end of the day. So that's where I really feel like that they're going to do some sort of similar refresh for the Model 3, but we'll just wait and see at this point. I mean, the good thing with this is it seems like the China market is going to get the refresh first, and then maybe the US market will be able to get it later on this year. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. We're going to jump into the next topic, but before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link where you support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there. So definitely check it out if you're interested. All right, welcome in everyone. Jason, welcome in. Mike, and then So What? Thanks for coming in. Couple different channel announcements. If you want to win, we've got 2 giveaways running on the channel right now. If you want to win a free 3M ceramic tint for your Tesla, sponsored by Jason at OC Tint Solutions in Anaheim, California. Of course, you must be willing to travel to Anaheim, California. Scroll to our community page on our YouTube channel and scroll all the way down to like a giveaway post down below here, and that's where you can go ahead and enter in or figure out and follow the steps how to enter in and follow along to try and win free 3M ceramic tint for your Tesla. It could be a Model 3, Model Y, S, or even X. And then on top of that, if sponsored by RIVIAN, we've got this nice handy dandy Model Y sunshade for your roof. It's back here somewhere. I don't know where it went, but we're giving away that as well. If you want to enter into that, go down to our community page as well. That's where we post all giveaways and polls or anything like that, so that you can go in and try and win one of these. But actually, OC Tint Solutions, we're deciding the giveaway winner this Friday on the 16th. And I think the same thing for RIVIAN, right? RIVIAN, here it is. We are announcing it. No, that's the announcement of. We're giving away. We're announcing the winner a Friday after. And then I know a lot of you have spoken. I asked the question, what should we give away next? And a lot of people are interested in free or giveaway of 3D Mats USA all-weather floor mats. So I think we're still going to work with them to see if we can get one of those so that we can go ahead and turn it around to give it to one of you all. But also down below in the description, there's a bunch of Tesla accessory discount codes. If you're buying a Tesla or if you're about to buy a Tesla, definitely check out some of the Tesla discount codes down below in the description so that you can also win some extra discounts on some of the accessories. We got 3D Mats USA, REFERRAL, Jawa, Tesla, and MAGBAK USA as well. Let's see what else we got. We got one more topic, and then let's get into the live stream chats. In this quick topic, it looks like Mitsubishi is giving away a Model 3. Pretty interesting, right? Because Mitsubishi probably is a huge conglomerate, and you would imagine they would give away one of their vehicles, or maybe it's too big, but we'll talk about it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And so let us take a look at this. Shout out to TechAU on Twitter. Quote, what? The WTF, Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Air Conditioning, so a different part of Mitsubishi, is giving away a Tesla Model 3 rather than any car from Mitsubishi Motors. Wild times. You can see this is a Facebook ad. It says you can get up to $500 cash and a chance to win a Tesla Model 3. Even though it's a different segment of Mitsubishi, you would imagine they still could probably reach out and get access to some of their other departments to try and figure out how they can give away a Mitsubishi instead. But I guess they realize this is probably the best way to try and get as much action, and so that they decide to give away a Tesla Model 3 and instead. But the one thing, if you are interested in trying to click and win this, this is the link down to it. But it is unfortunately in Australia, so if you've got any Australian friends out there, you can send them this to see if they can win and try and win a Tesla Model 3. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. I thought that was pretty funny, so I wanted to highlight that. But let's get into the live stream comments. Any news on if the 360 camera view is coming to the Tesla? Is it the park assist feature? So the park assist feature is just like replace parking sensors. That's what park assist is. But 360 camera, there has been talk about like stitching of the world cameras and things like that. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been released just yet. But yeah, probably I would say my best guess in the next 6 months or so. Jason, what features would I be missing from the Highland, mainly if I get the 2023 Model 3? Well, it seems like, we have no idea at this point. I mean, most likely it's going to be some sort of a refresh look, so you're going to miss out on whatever design that is. And it seems like ventilated seats is actually going to be a thing if we believe this video, because that's where it seems like this might be an actual upgraded feature coming to the Model 3 Highland. Mike, if we see a $750 to $1,000 drop in the prices for the Model 3 in inventory, or a 3.99 interest rate on the 15th or 22nd, would we see anything additional before the month end, say on the 29th? So Tesla did do some Hail Mary incentives, like all the way to like the last few days of the month. I'm not sure they'll do that this month. They might do it again this December, but I would say 15th or 22nd is a best bet, but you never know. I mean, that's the thing with Tesla, right? You can never really time buying a Tesla, so just be happy with it and then close your eyes, because hopefully you'll get a good deal, especially at the current Model 3 inventory prices at the end of the day. So what? When does this call release? What do you mean? Happy Hippo, thanks for coming in. Welcome back. Hope you're well. Hope you're doing fine. What ventilated seats? Is that a software upgrade? Seriously, do we need it? I normally put my AC on before I get into the car, and these seats are cold. That works for me. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Ventilated seats, it's a nice feature. I mean, if you're in really hot areas, maybe like Arizona, Texas, or you've got a bunch of humidity in the air, then I could see where ventilated seats could come into play. We've got ventilated seats on the Model X, but I barely use it. Maybe 1 out of 20 times we're driving around, but it's definitely nice. It's a nice feature to like remind yourself, oh, you've got it, because you can set it on auto mode where it'll just turn on whenever it wants, that it feels like you're hot at the end of the day. But it's definitely it's a nice to have, not a need to have. Dominique struggling with ordering the hardware for Tesla Model Y over waiting for a new model. What's your thoughts on this? So I think a new Model Y is going to be a bit from now, like a Project Juniper as it's code named. That's probably going to be next year, or maybe even 1 year after the Model 3 refresh. So if you need a car right now, you can really go two different angles on this, right? You could try and get a discounted Model 3 because they're giving these away, I would say, or try and get a hardware 4 Model Y, and then just have a plan to keep that for 3 to 4, maybe even 5 years. But the one thing to do is definitely use a referral code, because if you use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, you can get Tesla 1,500 loot box credits, which then gets you 500 supercharger miles. So definitely use a referral code. And then what you got to do is you got to click it open first, and then go to inventory sites like Waiting for Tesla, and then click down to the actual vehicle so that you can go ahead and secure it and line it up with your referral code like that. But that's what I would do at this moment. Happy, how do you like your Model X? I'm jelly. I'm just kidding. I like my Model Y. Model X is great. Like we just had Tesla service come out the other day to fix some of the trim, because it literally popped out of the vehicle. It's like the wheel trim, that plastic piece around the wheel, it's literally like popped in, and I kept trying to put it back in and it didn't work. And they fixed some of the rubber seals around some of the doors. But it's kind of interesting, right? The Model X, so we've owned the Model 3, the Model Y, S, and the X, and the Model X is the most expensive Tesla that we've had so far. And build quality and glitches have been, I would say, the worst at the moment. The Falcon Wing doors glitch a lot for me. They never all the way open, or they never all the way close. And I did try to bring it to a Tesla service center. And of course, when I tried to replicate the same issue in front of them, it didn't work. And they said they would need to see it actually happen. So unfortunately, they were not able to take in my Model X, get it repaired. So they said try and record some videos, note the timestamp so that we can try and bring it back next time. Paul, good evening. Welcome back. Welcome. Thanks for coming in. Hope you're doing well. Let's see what else. In this next topic, we're going to analyze or refer to this article that analyzed the Tesla delivery wait times analyzed. So we'll take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it. But basically just getting the best behind Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description if you want to support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the different interest rates for financing your Tesla. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. So let us take a look at this. So shout out to Inside EVs, quote, "Here's how long you will have to wait for a new Tesla in 2023. I can imagine where this article is going, because spoiler alert, you will not have to wait too long at all for most of the Tesla vehicles except the Model Y. But even the Model Y, there's plenty of inventory out there if you want to take one of these inventory discounts, and or if you are okay with hardware 3.0. But the one thing I noticed that is starting to trickle in a little bit, because if you're looking for a Tesla, if you're waiting on the sidelines right now, at the end of every quarter, which is June, this is the end of the second quarter, Tesla will start to release a bunch more inventory discounted vehicles onto websites like waitingfortesla.com. So this, you can see right now, there's 4 of them right now with anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 off, which is pretty nice, especially if you're looking and then you're about to save yourself a little bit of money. And so on top of that, you can stack it with a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description. So definitely click open the Tesla referral code first, because you'll then get 1,500 loot box credits, would then translate to 500 supercharger miles. Then go back to the Tesla website, or back to Waiting for Tesla, click down to reserve, and then make sure you get the green check mark so that your Tesla ordering is lined up with the referral. But taking a look at this article, we can see most delivery times are June through July. I mean, if you take a look at the Model 3, you can pretty much get any Model 3 very, very quickly, because inventory for the Tesla Model 3 is at pretty high levels. And really, inventory for most of the trims, Model 3, the S, and the X, are at pretty high levels. But going to the Model Y, that's where it gets a little bit more interesting. You can see here are all the different waiting times for all the different trims. You see Model 3, June through July, June to the July, June to July. Tesla Model S, basically the same thing. And then the Tesla Model Y is where we have a little bit of variance, because most of these are probably hardware 3.0, at least in terms of inventory. And be aware of that, because Tesla will try and line you up with probably these inventory vehicles, because they probably realize most people are not looking for hardware 4.0. So just be aware of that. You can ask your Tesla reps, and there are ways to tell in person by looking at the cameras whether you have hardware 3.0 or hardware 4.0. So definitely be aware about it, and let me know what your thoughts on it. And what is your estimated delivery date, or your delivery date? And has it gotten pushed out, or is it the end of June, or even July, or even August? So drop it down below in the live stream comments or the comments, and we're going to get into our next video. Let's see what else we got. Welcome in, everybody. If you're just joining in, we've got a couple giveaways on the channel. And if you want to find these giveaways, check out our Tesla community page on our YouTube channel page. We're giving away free 3M ceramic tint sponsored by OC Tint Solutions in Anaheim, California. So, of course, you must be willing to travel to Anaheim, California to receive installation. And on top of that, we are working with RIVIAN to give away this Model Y sunshade for your Tesla Model Y. And so if you want to enter into either of these giveaways, you got to go to our community page on the channel, and then you'll find the post where you can enter in on one of those. So good luck to one of you out there, and thank you to everybody that's contributed and joined in one of these giveaways. I think I'm going to try and give away like another Tesla charger, like a wall connector. Wouldn't you guys love that? You'll see. Of course, I post all giveaways, announcements, winners, and all that stuff on our community page right here. So, you might want to always try and enter into these polls, because then that way YouTube will know that to show you the next poll every single time. All right, what else we got? In this next topic, Tesla just released a video about road trips, and they explain the exact process. We'll take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best behind Tesla at the best finds here. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And so let us take a look at this. Shout out to Tesla North. Tesla will explain this, or Tesla released a new video about Tesla road trips and how they're actually made easy about the regarding the supercharging network. And this is a pretty interesting timing, right? With all the different talk about Ford and GM coming into the fold with the Tesla networks and the NACS charger. But at the end of the day, owning a Tesla, like I know there's a bunch of you out there that own vehicle or own Teslas in the chat, and there's probably a bunch of you out there that are waiting for your Tesla. You can probably ask each other, like, buying a Tesla because of the Tesla supercharging network until it opens up to all these other manufacturers, that is a huge selling point. There's really no range anxiety anymore, because Tesla superchargers are up like 99.99% of the time, and you really have no issues rolling up to a Tesla supercharger and try and get charged up before your next stop. So definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know if you watched this video and if you thought you agreed with everything it says. But it's really cool to see that Tesla is starting to release a little bit more and more videos regarding the different ownership tactics of buying a Tesla. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. We got one last topic, but before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link. We support the channel, so definitely check it out if you're interested. If they can do heated seats through a software update, couldn't they do the same with cooled seats? Mike, I don't think so, because it's still different technology. And how that works with the software update is that the hardware is still built into the seat. It's just they enable it with software or not. It's not actually that they were able to like turn it on. Zoe, hello. Should we wait a couple more weeks or try and snag a Model 3 right now? I would say wait until this Thursday, because it's only a few days from now, and then see if there's anything that does happen. The next Hail Mary date, I would say, is the 22nd. But other than that, you might as well just, if there's it depends on where you're at too. If you're near factories, then there's always going to be a lot of inventory no matter where you are. But if you're far away, like pretty far away from a factory, like I'm thinking like East Coast or Central, then I would say just try and snag one to reserve it, and then maybe try and delay it. But you'll most likely just want to take delivery ASAP. Dominique, do you think the Model Y price will drop soon? I don't think so. We've got all this hype about hardware 4. We've got a lot of people in the queue for buying a Tesla vehicle or buying a Tesla Model Y. But taking a look at Model Y inventory, it's still kind of fluctuating in this like 200 to 300 range. If this ever goes back up to the 400 to 500 Model Ys in stock, then that's when I think there will be more incentives or discounts in the near future. Paul, is it okay to run flat tires? It's gonna be noisy, I think, but because that's the thing with electric vehicles, right? There's no engine to really add more noise wherever you're driving around, and run flat tires are more noisier. So I think yes, it's okay, but it's gonna be a lot more noisier as you're driving around on run flat tires. But if you're just joining in, everybody, welcome. It seems like there's been some leaks regarding the Model 3 Highland. Shout out to Kelvin Yang on Twitter. It seems like the 3 features that the Tesla Model 3 Project Highland that will have coming, which could be coming out very, very soon, is ventilated seats, ambient lighting, just like some of our competitors out there, like Mercedes EQS and BMW, and an upgraded sound system. Definitely nice because we spend a lot of time in our vehicles. And here is a quick video regarding a leaked video of the ventilated seats. You can see that there are holes in these seats, which then would then mean that air comes through those holes, just like how the Model S and the Model X have them. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Like Mike, you brought up, could it be a software thing? Yeah, it's 100% true. Like they could probably put these in every single Model 3 and say, hey, if you want the feature of ventilated seats because it's a software turn on, we're going to make you pay $500 to $1,000. So I think that's where you're going with that, right? So I can see that. Akshay, welcome in. Thanks for coming back. Any tips on whether to use matte or clear screen protectors on Model Y? Does it make a huge difference? So yes, clear screen protectors is for HD quality. Matte is for if you don't want fingerprints. I've done both, and now on our Model X, we don't have any screen protector at all. So it's really kind of, I'm not sure if it's worth whatever the money it is. Maybe like if it's worth 10, maybe 20 bucks. But if you are someone that really hates a bunch of fingerprints, then yes, get the matte one. But in terms of like protection, I'm not really sure it does anything. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm going to say that and then someone's going to break their screen and they're going to blame me or something. So then maybe just get it no matter what. But I've done the matte one and the clear one. And if I were to do it again, I'd probably do the matte one just because of fingerprints and stuff like that. Happy Bo, I want a free level 2 charger. Yeah, maybe soon we'll do a giveaway and give that one away to everyone, because we're trying to do it. We got 2 giveaways going on this month. I'll probably do a 3rd one before the end of the month just to figure out something. And yeah, because we want to give back, right? I want to give back to everybody that comes in and supports us on the channel. And you know, a lot of you have been using the discount codes down below in the description with 3D Mats USA, REFERRAL, Jawa, Tesla, and MAGBAK for Tesla accessories. We've got a good amount of Tesla referrals that have been coming in. So I want to just take some of this and just give it back to all of you and do some giveaways. But if you're interested in entering in or winning some of our giveaways, you can find all of our giveaways on the community page of our Tesla on our YouTube channel. We always post all giveaway announcements and we post a giveaway winners right here. So here's the last one, sponsored by REFERRAL. We're giving away a Model Y sunshade for your Tesla Model Y. So if you go to our community page, that's where you can find and figure out how to enter into this exact giveaway. Thank you to REFERRAL for sponsoring, and thank you to everybody that's entered into this giveaway. In this next topic, it seems like Tesla has snuck in a new update that allows you to preview all 9 cameras within your Tesla. And so this sounds confusing to me. So we're going to try and dissect this together, because this is pretty groundbreaking. Because right now you can preview, I think, the dog mode camera inside the cabin, which is that center one right above the rear window. But now it seems like you might be able to do each and every one of them. So we'll talk about it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And so let us take a look at this. Shout out to not a Tesla app, quote, Tesla update 2023.20 will let you preview all 9 of Tesla's cameras. You can see we've got some sort of screenshot here, and this is the update that I just got a ping earlier that there was an update out, but it seems like this is not the exact update that is actually coming out, because only 2% of people actually have this. So hopefully you'll be able to get into this new one very, very soon. But with this updates, there's plenty of cameras around all the different vehicles. There's 3 on the front, 2 on the sides, 2 on the forward-facing side, 1 in the rear, and then 1 in the cabin. And then on top of that, if you're hardware 3.0 or hardware 4.0, you're going to have different sets of cameras as well. But here's a quick video from Tech AU. You can see it right here. And you can see he previews all the different cameras within his Tesla. So definitely go check out Tech AU to see how this is actually working. But very, very cool. And this is the coolest thing with Tesla, right? every single update or every single iteration, they give us more access. There was a time where the dog mode camera wasn't actually a thing, and you couldn't actually look at and to see if your dog, how your dogs are doing by the inside camera. And so of course, maybe some of you are out there thinking that this is too much visibility, but at the end of the day, it's still cool no matter what, that Tesla is always constantly trying to improve their vehicles and make them even better. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Thank you to Tesla Rideshare for adding me on this. He posted a screenshot. I'm not sure if this is hardware 3.0 or hardware 4.0. I think this is hardware 4.0, but on his Tesla Model Y, there are 3 cameras in the front, and you can see all represented by the dots. So that is one quick, easy way to tell whether you have hardware 3.0 or hardware 4.0. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. We're going to jump into the live stream comments, but before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link. We support the channel, and there's a variety of benefits, but some of them include actually scheduling a call with me, where you can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you join the Patreon, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the resources that I use to get the best possible deal at the best financing rate. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. And as an added benefit, I do respond to all Patreon DMs or direct messages at a certain level. So definitely check it out to get the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there. Thank you for all the support. Let's see what else we got. If you're just joining in, welcome. It seems like someone has leaked that the Model 3 Highland has some new features, including ventilated seats, ambient lighting, upgraded sound system as well. You can see from this video that someone has leaked out, Jay in Shanghai. Maybe they're going to get a slap on the wrist very, very soon. But you can see that there are plenty of holes within the bottom of the seat, which then would illustrate that this potentially has ventilated seats, because the Model S and the Model X have ventilated seats at the moment. But the one thing I'm waiting for, and fingers crossed, I think if one of these vehicles, the Model 3 or Model Y, get this feature, I think I'll just be forced to buy one of these vehicles again. But I'm waiting for air suspension on the Model 3 or the Model Y, because that will definitely be a game changer for the Model 3 and the Model Y. And I think they could probably do it at this point, but who knows? But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Happy, I don't have a screen protector either. I just have a microfiber cloth inside the car at all times. Yeah, it makes sense. And as long as you put on screen mode cleaning, you can just clean it off and be perfectly fine. Is that MAGBAK site where the phone mounts, or is it suction cup on the back of the screen? It's actually the phone mount. It sticks on with 3M tape, and it's actually very, very OEM, or very, very factory looking. So you can see we got the discount codes on the screen. You can see right here behind it. Well, here's the video. Very minimalist. It sticks on. I would say it's a nice. It feels very. Looks like the back of the screen, and it has a very OEM or factory feel. So definitely check out MAGBAK, and thank you to MAGBAK. They sponsored a giveaway like a couple months ago, and we gave out one of these away to one of you all. But discount code on the screen if anybody wants to check MAGBAK out and order one for yourself. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.